Hello again. Obtaining money from the government is often seen in a different light from taking it away from individual people. Exploiting a single person might cause one to feel a twinge of conscience, but taking millions of pounds from the government seems somehow different. It's irrational because all the money that one can chisel out of the government comes ultimately from taxpayers. But there it is. People don't feel guilty about helping themselves to that cash if they can find a means to do so. One person who has managed this feat with great skill is an Essex businessman called Graham King. We learn this week from the Sunday Times Rich List that his wealth has increased in the last year by an astonishing £335 million, meaning that he is now a billionaire and one of the richest men in the country. He has achieved this not by producing steel, building railways or running shops, in other words by doing anything useful for the people of this country, but rather by skillfully exploiting the tens of thousands of illegal immigrants arriving here each year by crossing the English Channel in small boats. The company he has founded has run the old Napier Barracks in Kent and another former military base in Wales called Penally Camp. Then there are the hotels and so on. His company, Clearsprings, some unkind people have suggested that a more apt name might be Murky Waters, has been contracted by the government, using of course our money, to provide accommodation for 24,000 asylum seekers. Little wonder that the profits from this enterprise are so vast. It is reported that Graham King now divides his time between Mayfair and Monaco, although he also has a 60-acre farm in Essex, not far from Colchester. The whole asylum-seeking business has turned into an enormously profitable racket, and nobody has any incentive at all for bringing it to an end. The amount of money being made from it in this country is simply colossal. Under such circumstances, when any activity, whether it's drug smuggling, gun running or illegal immigration, is bringing in great sums of money, then the trade will continue to flourish. The odd thing is that we all know this, and yet for some reason there's a marked reluctance to speak of it out loud. Left-wing people put signs up in the windows saying refugees welcome here. Right-wing people make cutting sounds and say that something must be done. But while the profits are so huge, nobody really wishes to change the situation. Why would they? It's true that there is a handful of people who feel that the business is morally wrong, and also a few more who feel that it is harming their country and indeed casting its very identity into hazard. But when a risk-free commercial venture has been able to increase the wealth of a single individual by £335 million in a single year, then you know without the shadow of a doubt that there is no incentive to change how things are working.